Hey guys, Mango Recaps here. Today, I am going to explain Season 1 Episode 1 of the South Korean action crime, thriller drama television series, titled Taxi Driver. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and please take care. As a disclaimer, this video includes my own analysis, commentary, and it's not a substitute of the full movie. Click the link below to watch, buy or rent the movie. This episode begins outside of prison with the announcement that Cho Do-chul is being released from prison. A huge crowd gathered outside the prison holding banners, and displays of dissatisfaction with the serial rapist being released. He apologizes for his past deed and police escorted him to the gate. People demand to kill him. The media are live covering the whole activity. On the way, everyone throws things at him. Before he enters the taxi, a female reporter asks whether he will express his regret to the victim and the family. He couldn't answer her because he recognizes her, and silently get into a deluxe taxi. Reporters and the crowd follow the taxi. On the way, Do-chul informs the driver's name Do-ji to continue driving, as he is set to kill those people who have turned him into this. Then the Do-ji turns on the police radio, where he finds that several police cars are waiting on the way for safe passage of the Do-chul. This surprises Do-chul because police radio is illegal inside the taxi. However, he doesn't give much attention. From a distance, a lady guides a taxi driver. With the information of the woman, he starts racing down the streets and manages to drive away from the crowds with the help heated, a smoking engine of the van. They are back on the road, and Do-chul realizes that they are going on the wrong way. Do-chul with his belt tries to strangle Do-ji, but he punches Do-chul several times, and ultimately stabs him on his leg and knocks him out. When a taxi enters the tunnel, there is the same look-alike taxi. The boy hands over Do-chul's bag. After that, both taxi heads over in opposite direction. The boy's taxi stops, and the man quickly removes the label stating taxi. The taxi also changes its license plate by pressing the button inside the taxi. It is obvious that after the changeover, the taxi moves undetected. Meanwhile, in the hospital, the criminal wakes up from his 2 weeks of coma. A lady named Kang Hana quickly calls the doctor. But all of a sudden, she cuffs him. Well, it turns out that he had escaped while transferring from the prison, and jumps from the 3rd floor. And she is none other than a public prosecutor. After cuffing him, she dresses up and eventually heads downstairs. There she meets with a colleague who suggests taking a day off, but she denies it and learns that Do-chul is missing. She then goes to the chief, and asks him to provide Do-chul's case, promising to find him. Apparently, Sung Cheol is also there making coffee. He is the chairman of an organization called Blue Bird. The motive of this organization is to facilitate and protect the victim and their family. The Bluebird organization is looking for someone persistent at work, so Chief asks Hana to work along with him. Afterward, Do-ji is driving a normal taxi. He notices some thugs purposely blocking the road of the kindergarten school van. He decides to teach them a lesson. He blocks the thugs' car and ultimately pull over. He fights with them and makes them sorry for what they did. Later in the evening, a girl named Kang Maria runs away from the hospital. She is helpless and decides to kill herself. She then hangs herself on the cliff of the bridge. Before she jumps into the river, she sobs and tells her mother that she doesn't want to die. However, on the ledge, she finds the sticker of the deluxe taxi service with a message, "Don't die, get revenge. We will do it for you." Thankfully, she didn't jump and instead call the number. Do-ji is there to pick her up. He informs her that he is there to take revenge for her, but to do that, she needs to tell him her story. She begins her story. She is an orphan and grew up at the orphanage. After turning 18, she left the orphanage. With the help of a woman, she finds a job at a company that distributes fermented seafood. Maria has a level 3 disability, but she can read and write and is Microsoft certified. She signs a contract to work on the computer-related work. Also, this company has marketed itself to be the guardian of disabled people. It turns out that she is forced to decale the fish. She refuses to do so, saying that she is there to work on the computer. But general manager comes there, grabs her and dips her head in the water. She refuses still, but the despicable man throws her inside the barrel, and locks her in the cold until she agrees to work. In the morning, shivering from the cold, breaks her mental strength, and ultimately agrees to work as they asked. Time passes by. One night, she manages to escape. On the way, she is stopped by the policeman who promises to help her, but takes her back to the company in exchange for some cash and drinks. In the present, Do-ji stops his taxi near the rainbow coin booth. She enters the coin where the arcade machine asks her to keep the thing secret. After agreeing, the machine provides her 2 options: either she needs to press the blue button if she wants to take revenge on people who harassed her, or the red button if she doesn't want to punish her harasser. Maria feels harassed and cheated, so she picks the blue button. After she pressed the blue button, the taxi firm and the special staff get the notification from the pager. They have a secret basement where they carry out their special operation to help the victim. They run a special taxi service pooled with a trained fighter, a hacker, engineers, and so on. Meanwhile, Doo-ji goes in the basement, and finds that the engineering team has developed a special weapon that is to be attached to the bumper of the taxi, which is made of thick armored material holding the strength to break the wall. Doo-ji then goes upstairs to meet the chairman Sung-chul. He is not happy leaving Doo-chul with Baek Sung-mi. She is a lady gangster and a loan shark, who lends money to people with a high interest rate, and even kills the people if the person cannot pay her back. Sung-chul comforts him by saying that he has a valid reason and planned out everything. Later, the group listens to the recording of Maria. They finalize the target, Park Joo-chan, the abusive general manager of that company, and Cho Young-kwan, operational supervisor, also a brother-in-law of Park Joo-chan. With the agreement of the team members, they head out for action. Doo-ji drives the taxi, while Go-eun, Kyung-koo, and Ji-yeon drive the fake restaurant van. Doo-ji observes the factory, while from the van Go-eun informs him more information about the Park Joo-chan. Later that evening, Kyung-koo and Ji-yeon manage to trick them to buy the chicken. After receiving the orders, they quickly put a sedative on the chicken, and go for the delivery. After eating drugged chicken, both abusers are deep asleep. This provides safe passage to Doo-ji. As Go-eun is a hacker, she hacks their phones. Doo-ji finds several pictures of Maria's abuse, one of which shows her being kept inside the barrel. Meanwhile, prosecutor Hana learns about the deluxe taxi carrying Doo-chul and finds that they are unregistered. She quickly calls Sung-cheol, and asks if he runs taxi services. When he says yes, she quickly asks him about the fake deluxe taxi. He pretends unknowns about it, and says that he only runs regular taxi services. Then hung up the phone. He is there to meet Ms. Beck for the deal of Doo-chul. He is locked up in the cell. Then the episode cut us back to 2017, psycho killer Nam Kyu-jun is demonstrating his killing in front of police. Doo-ji is also watching him but is crying looking at his action. The killer has no guilt, instead, he demonstrates by laughing. This makes him furious, and tries to get closer to the killer, but is stopped by the police. Sung-chul happens to be there, and sees qualities in Doo-ji. He is planning to team up with the victim's family, and takes revenge on the abuser. Doo-ji has also gone on suicidal thought like Mari, and is about to jump in the water, but in the meantime, Sung-chul comes there and save him. In the restaurant, Sung-chul makes him understand the importance of fighting back, and also suggests taking revenge. Before leaving, Sung-chul hands him a visiting card and asks to give him a call when he is ready. The episode ends here. Please, subscribe to watch new movies recaps, turn on notifications, and leave a like and comment to support the channel.